Did you know you can get coloring books secondhand? Well, that's where I found this book. I never thought of it for quite some time because it just never really crossed my mind to buy a coloring book secondhand. But did I waste my money? Well, stick around until the end to see if I have any favorite pages or if I just wasted my time purchasing it. Now, this Mythomorphia book that I'm coloring right now is something that I normally wouldn't buy or even look at, but for a few bucks, I thought, hey, I'll step out of my comfort zone. And boy, did I. Now, I haven't colored many pages in this book because I've only had it about 2 months. Some I've colored, I simply just don't like the end result. But I'm pushing on and really stepping out of my comfort zone. This is the only book that I have allowed myself to purchase to get out of that comfort zone and be bold and different. This book has really thick pages which color great, but the markers do bleed through like most pages, so it can mess up the design that's on the back side of the page you're coloring. Some pages are a 2-part coloring page, which I'm not really a fan of because I'd rather just color a whole new page than 2-page spread, but that's just me. For this particular page with the creature in the tree, it is not one of my favorites. I used a mix of marker and colored pencils on it, and I just don't like how it turned out, but that's okay. That's part of being creative because sometimes you're just not creative. This page would be what I would call the Walking Dead page, and I did not enjoy coloring this page at all, and I had a hard time finishing it. The only reason that I chose this page and colored it was because I was doing a video with a coloring prompt jar where I chose random subjects from a jar and then had to find those subjects within the books that I already had. So that's the only reason I colored this one, because it was the only subject matter I could find for that particular choice. I was flipping through the coloring book one day and my husband saw some of the pages as I flipped it, and he immediately saw this page and thought it looked so cool. So that's the reason I colored this one, because I thought he would like it. And I did have fun coloring it and shading with this one. Still wasn't one of my favorites, but I think it turned out pretty good. This blue dragon was the first page that I colored in this book after I purchased it. I loved picking the colors, and there's just something magical about dragons, so this one's one of my favorites. I didn't color the second page to the left because it's just not really something I wanted to do. I was happy with just coloring the one side. My absolute favorite from this book so far that I've colored is this unicorn. I love the color selection, and as a kid, I loved unicorns, and my favorite color was purple, and it still is. So did I waste my money buying a coloring book secondhand? Well, I don't think so. I have still enjoyed coloring in it, even though some of the pages aren't quite what I like. I still had fun, and I absolutely love how the unicorn page turned out. It's one of my all-time favorite pages I think I've ever colored. But will I color much in this book? Probably not. But it was the first book I purchased secondhand, which was so much fun, and I can't wait to go to more stores and see what other magical books I come up with. So get out there, find those used bookstores in your area, and see if you come across any neat finds. And you might even run across that book that you've been looking for to add to your collection. Be sure to let me know in the comments if you found any neat coloring books secondhand and where you found them. Be sure to check out my other videos to see every page I colored during the month. And I also have coloring sessions where I do special projects, so don't miss out on those.